Hi everyone, Jack and Miso from英作文会話 community here again. And it's Friday, so today's video is going to be a little bit more casual and is meant as listening practice for you. And the topic of today's video is, drumroll please Miso, culture shock. So today I'm going to be introducing the three biggest culture shocks that I personally experienced as an American coming to Japan. And before we start the video, I want to say, before coming to Japan, I studied so much about Japanese culture and I watched so many YouTube videos on what it's like living in Japan that things like the number of vending machines or washlet toilets I was already prepared for, so they weren't such a big shock for me. So the three things I'm going to introduce to you today maybe are things you've never thought about or didn't realize were different than America. So let's get started. So I'm going to go from the order of least shocking thing to most shocking thing for me. So number 3 is single pane windows and very little insulation. So these are two very difficult words, so I'll write what they mean here in the video. But the lack of insulation in Japanese buildings and especially apartments was really shocking to me. In America, we always have very thick walls with lots of insulation, so sound and heat, or cool air in summer, can't escape. And when I came to Japan, I was really shocked to see that the walls were so thin and also that the windows only had one sheet of glass. Number 2, Japanese bathrooms. But I think what I was shocked about is different than what you think I was shocked about. So rather than explaining, I want to show you. So let's go to my bathroom and I can show you what I thought was so shocking. Alright, Miso, can you lead the way? Alright, let's follow Miso. Alright, Miso, can you take us to the bathroom? Let's go. Yeah, come on. Go on. Alright, so here we are in the bathroom, and Miso is showing you what I thought was so shocking. Actually, this way of controlling the temperature of the water for your shower or your bath is so amazing that it shocked me. So let's head back to the sofa and I'll explain more. Alright, and we made it back to the sofa. So let me explain a little more about why that was so shocking to me. So if you've ever been to America and used a shower in America, you've probably seen something like this. And the way this works is one handle is for cold water and the other handle is for hot water. And you have to move each handle in the correct combination for whatever temperature you want the water to be. But if you've ever used this, you know if you move the hot water handle a little too high, the water is boiling and you can't even get in the shower. And if you move the cold water a little too high, it's freezing, right? So every day you have to remember the exact pattern to move the handles in order to get the correct temperature of water. And it never works. So when I came to Japan and I saw how simple and how easy it is to get the exact temperature of water you want every time, I was shocked. Number 1, my biggest culture shock coming to Japan, and it was fruit. Now, you've probably heard that fruit in Japan is a lot more expensive than other parts of the world. And that is very shocking, and I'm shocked every day. But that is not what my culture shock was. My culture shock was how Japanese people eat fruit. So let me explain with grapes. So in Japan, it's very normal to eat your grapes like this, right? But to an American, this is so strange, I almost couldn't believe it was true. We almost always eat the skin of the fruit in America, especially for grapes. I've never heard of anyone taking the skin off of grapes or peaches in America. And yes, sometimes we do take the skin off of apples, but only sometimes. So when I saw Japanese people eat fruit like this, I almost couldn't believe what I was seeing, and I was shocked. What about you, Miso? Were you shocked? Alright, and those were my 3 biggest culture shocks. What do you think? Were you surprised by my answers, or did you know what I would say? And if you've ever been to another country, what were your culture shocks? Leave us a comment below, we'd love to hear it. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video, guys, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Miso, you're sinking. Miso. There she goes.